Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to Spanish 112. We're mostly going to work here in Moodle. You will also need access to my language labs, which looks like this. The only thing you're going to have in my language labs, though, for me, would be your e-text, which is right here. And also in Moodle, I have a link that tells you how to get the Pearson app on your phone, and then you can have your text on your phone. So, whoops, I don't know if that's the right, that's the right one. So then you can use your book on your phone if you want to. Also, I can go in as a student. There's some other resources I think you can see are an e-text and a glossary and tutorials, and you can use all of those things. So like there's tutorials, and you could go by chapter, and that'll give you some like various videos that will explain oh, they have it both places. Just various videos that'll explain some of the grammar and vocabulary from the chapter. And there's also a glossary, which is like a dictionary that you could use. But like I said, we're mostly going to work in Moodle. So any of the exercises that are in my language labs, I have moved into Moodle so that you can just basically go to one place. Up at the top, you'll see the news forum, and that's how I'll communicate with you all. And that anything that I put in the news forum will also get pushed out to your email. Then below that, you see a missing work forum. So there may be some times during the semester when I try to reach out to you guys and let you know if you have missing work that I would like for you to make up. And we'll do all of that via the missing work forum. So if I tell you, you'll see it in the forum. And then when you've completed your work, you'll have to post in the forum, and I'll also post back in the forum telling you that your work is completed. It's just easier to organize it that way rather than dealing with it via email. The first block is the Start Here block, which just tells you that you have to complete an activity before the census date, which is the 7th of June. This video introduces you to me. Then these are two activities that you would need to complete before the 7th, which counts as your attendance. If you don't complete an activity on or before the census date, you get removed from the class. Down below here, you'll see how to set yourself up in my language labs. This one tells you how to do it if you need to buy an access code. This one tells you how to do it if you had 111 recently and your access code is still good. It'll just tell you how to enroll in my class. Then you also have a 2-week temporary access code, and that's good for 14 days, so you can get started before, while you're sorting out how you want to pay, if you need to pay for access to my language labs. And then this little video will tell you what to do when that 14 days is up, how to link your accounts. Then I'll have each week in the middle here, it'll tell you, I set each block by week, and it's going to go Saturday, it's going to go Sunday to Saturday. And then the due date for all the assignments is on the Thursday. It'll also tell you what we're studying. And remember, when you open it up, there's going to be a lot of work in here. And the reason why there's so much work is because this is an 8-week class that's normally a 16-week class. So you're basically going to have to do 2 weeks at a time. Okay, so at the top, it'll always tell you the pages to study and what our objectives are and the due dates for your assignment, which is always going to be the Thursday, I think, except for the week of the final exam, which I put on the last day of class, which is the 27th, and that's a Tuesday. One repeating assignment you'll have is the class participation form. It just asks you to post any questions or concerns you have about material covered in the class. You do have to post, even if you have none. You can just post, I have no questions or concerns. And that's an assignment that I don't let people make up because it's pretty easy to post, I have no questions or concerns. Then you'll see anything that says assignment, like assignment 3, assignment 4, assignment 5. Those are the activities that are coming from my language labs. You'll have 2 attempts on them, and after the first one, you'll get the right answers. So you should always get 100 on these. This isn't really punitive. It's so that you can practice the material. And in here, this is everything. So these are important, the assignments 2, 3, 4, etc. You'll see two types of videos. Sometimes you'll see something like this. This is, okay, so like this video is 10 minutes long. It is an instruction video. So like I have the lessons embedded in with the practice. You can refer back to them. So you would want to watch both of these. These are lessons. You can make them bigger. They could be full screen. If they still don't look real clean, you can click right here and hit share and take their YouTube videos. So if you put them in YouTube, I think they actually work a little bit better. But you'll want to watch these videos. They explain the vocabulary, and then you have practice with the vocabulary. And a little video like this, it is only 2 minutes, and it just explains how to do SAM 401. And then if you go down here, this little video will explain how to do SAM 402 and this one 419. But periodically, these all, I think, just, so that when you get here though, this, when it says watch these 3 videos before completing any assignments, these again are instruction videos. So these are going to go over what stem changing verbs are and how to use them. And you'll want to watch that before you do the practice because you need to learn how to do that. So make sure you're watching all the videos that are in the assignment, and like I said, you have more than one attempt on it. Let's see, what else do you have? Then you'll have just various assignments, and if it's not a true false activity, even though I say you may have one attempt, I changed that up from last semester just because I know that it's kind of stressful to take assignments online. So if it's something where it's fill in the blank, I will give you 2 attempts, and your test will have 2 attempts, but they won't give you the right answer. They'll just tell you that you have something wrong, and you get a second attempt to try again, and you'll get the highest grade. And so then there's also one other type, where are these? These workshops. So for your writing and your oral assignments, we do a workshop where so it's a multi-week assignment, and in the first week you're writing a draft and a script. The second week you will be critiquing someone else's draft and script, which I will also be critiquing, and then the third week it'll be closed and you can see people's feedback and my feedback, and you take that feedback and you make your recording or you write your final draft. And I move these guys, so because it's a multi-week assignment, it's here. Like this writing assignment 1 is in June 6th, but then after we're past June 6th, I'll move it down to June 13th. And you can see writing assignment, you can see where it says critique, I'll move it to where the critique is. And then when it's time to do the final version, it'll go like, for example, here's oral dialogue 1, you'll see the workshop right above it, it'll be closed, and you can see your script. So those get moved. And because they're a multi-week assignment, I can never let you turn them in late, because to do so messes everybody else up. Like you might be you forgot to make a submission, but the rest of your classmates are busy doing their critiques. I'm not going to give them less time to do their critiques because you didn't turn in your submission. So you don't get to make up those ever. However, if you do want feedback before making your final recording or your final writing draft, you can always post it in the participation form and I'll give you feedback. You just won't get credit for completing it. Okay, so, and in each assignment, like even this cultural assignment, there should be a video that will tell you how to complete it. So see right here, this video will tell you how to complete the assignment. So make sure you watch any little videos. They're there just to kind of help you get through each activity. And then over on the right, you'll see my information, my email, my blog. The blog is just something that I use to put resources that I use when I teach in the classroom, and I don't think I've been using PowerPoints more, so I haven't updated in a while, but you're welcome to look at those resources. The PowerPoints, again, are something that I use for my face-to-face classes, but again, you can look at those resources. My phone number, office hour. I'm not really going to hold a specific office hour. We can meet via appointment whenever you want, and we'll do it through Teams. Then you could also use Remind to text me, which I prefer. So if you're having trouble with a test or some sort of assignment, it'd be best if you would text me. Here is a copy of the syllabus in 2 different formats. There is a copy of the course schedule, which is the weeks that we're taking the class and when assignments are due. It's essentially the last page of the syllabus. That's the book, but again, you don't have to have the hardcover book, or I think you can also get this loose leaf version that you can put in a binder, but you don't have to have that. You can, again, just use the electronic text if you want. These are the rubrics I use for grading your writing and your oral assignments, but they're embedded in the oral and writing assignments. So again, you don't have to look at them if you don't want to. These are tutoring links. And here is a phone number. If you're having trouble with My Language Labs, you would want to use that phone number. And these are the apps that help you get the app. The links that help you get the app for your phone or your tablet to have your book there. And then this is a link to a PowerPoint that tells you how to make accent marks in Moodle. It's got different slides for different devices. So for, it tells you how to do it if you have a PC or if you have a Mac or if you're using a Chromebook, etc. So I think that pretty much covers everything, and I just look forward to seeing you guys online next week.